A very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and outside the body of Christ. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother Eric Braxton speaking to you all from this beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. Speaking to you all in the month of October 2019. I was watching a video about my dear English brother Richard Dawkins, an atheist who doesn't believe in God, and his book called Delusion. He was fascinated by the works and life and research of the late deceased Charles Darwin, the one who teaches that there is no God and teach that man come from monkeys and apes, natural selection. And in the video that I was watching with Richard Dawkins, the title of the video was the genius of Charles Darwin. Well, I just want to say to Richard Dawkins and to the rest of the atheists like him who accept the works of believe all that Darwin teach, I just want to reverse that and say the genius of God and not Charles Darwin. So Richard Dawkins, you have get it wrong. Because let me teach you something that no one is not teaching you, my dear friend. You see, when Charles Darwin did not born, God created Adam and Eve according to the Genesis story, Genesis true account. And there were men and women who lived before Charles Darwin. So that when Charles Darwin came into the world, when his mother gave birth to Charles Darwin, the moon, the sun, and the planets and the animals was already created. Charles Darwin came and made the creation of God. He did not create nothing. So all his research, he's just doing research on the very creation of God. And he denied the creator God. Man did not come from monkey. This Homo sapien and Hemisapien, all these things is false. When you look at the creation, you see the genius of God. Charles Darwin was looking at the wonderful works of God, the genius of God. That God is a master genius, the supreme genius. He designed and fashioned the universe, the plants, the stones, the fishes, all these things. Charles Darwin was doing research. It's God who created that. When Charles Darwin take up the fish to look at it, it's God who created the fish and not Charles Darwin. Because when Charles Darwin was in the mother womb, the fish was already swimming in the water and rivers. God made the fish, not Charles Darwin. The genius of God, not Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is just a man, and Charles Darwin have lived and died in spite of all the books and all the works that he have done. And he have died. Is Charles Darwin alive? No, but God is alive. God is eternal and his creation is intact. So it's the supreme genius of God you have to look at, and not Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is just a man as anybody else. Of course, dealing with his academical qualification. He was a bright person. He was a researcher, a biologist or whatsoever. He was a university graduate, assuming he was all these things. And he did research. But in his research, he denied the existence of God, that God is the one who created the universe and is God the one who designed the universe with all his intelligent design. Charles Darwin didn't design nothing. But you all are accepting everything that Charles Darwin is saying. You all want to do like if Charles Darwin is the creator, that he created the universe. No, Charles Darwin has created nothing. And look, he have lived and died and gone. It is God who created the universe, my dear friend. So give the glory and the praise and the honor to God the Creator, Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father, according to the Bible. And stop praising up Charles Darwin. It's true, we have to look at the research a man have done and see that the things that he is saying about the creation of God, whether it's true or false. But since he have denied the Creator, then he have gone off course a million miles. My brothers and sisters, natural selection and all these things. Charles Darwin have lived and died, and he never acknowledged that the Bible was the revealed words of God to mankind. He have lived and died and never said that he acknowledged God, that is God is the one that created the universe and designed it. He have lived and died and gone. And people accepting his teaching and doctrine and denying the existence of the true one God who created and bring the universe into existence, because the universe was created before Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was looking at the wonderful works of God. He was looking at the genius of God and trying to understand the works of God and trying to unravel the works of God. I am not saying that in his research that many things he didn't understand about the works of God. It's true, is many things he understand about the work of God, but everything that he was researching, he did not have a complete understanding of it, because he did not make it in the first place. The one who have a complete understanding of everything in this universe is God, because he bring it into existence and he make it. I want you all to know that, scientists. I want you all to know that, and therefore I'm teaching you all that. Whether you all accept what I say or reject what I say, or saying, who is Eric Braxton? Who is this little Christian boy, this rude Christian boy? He's not a professor. He hasn't attended Cornell University or Stanford University or Johns Hopkins University. He don't belong to no think tank university. He have no bachelor or MA or PhD. But he is talking to us scientists, our men of academics, our men of learned standing, of the high echelons of society, intellectuals and super intellectuals. Eric Braxton shouldn't be speaking to us in that way. We are men of respect. We are men of learning. We are from universities. We are from high standard of learning. And who is Eric Braxton? What qualification he have? Well, I have none. But I'm speaking to you all in that manner. And I'm not hiding behind no bush, neither behind the elephant. I'm speaking to all of you all straight in all your face. Right up in all your face. Yes, you Mr. Professor, you Mr. Super Intellectual, you Mr. PhD with all the academics you all have who believe in the Big Bang and say the universe was created out of nothing. Well, nothing cannot come out of nothing. Everything had to come out of something, and the universe came out of the mind of God. Yes, God is a spirit being, and he created the universe out of his mind. He speak these moon and suns and planets out of his mind. The idea was in his mind, and he gave birth to it by manifesting it and speaking it into existence. Don't you know that all the angels know that? Michael know that. Lucifer know that. Gabriel know that. All the angels know that. Is we is the one down here who is ignorant to that. Yes, because if you go in the book of Job, it said when God created the universe and all the morning stars, that stars symbolize the angel, all the stars sang for joy when they saw God bring the universe into existence. So right there teach us that all the angels know how this universe come into existence. They will perfectly know how it come into existence. But they know, since God created us flesh and blood, and we are little lower than the angels, they know sometimes we stupid and dotish, and we don't know anything, and we in ignorance. But they perfectly know well how God created the universe. No angels is not ignorant how God created the universe. All of them know how God created us. Is we is the one down here trying to find out whether there's a God, whether the universe come through the Big Bang. We're trying to figure out that. We are in gross ignorant concerned in that. I mean, some point in our life until God enlighten us in his words, the Bible, and we accept the Genesis stories. And then those who refuse the Genesis stories, trying to figure out how the universe come across by their research on their own, well, they weren't able to find it. That they accept the Genesis story, that God said, let there be light, there was light. Let there be fishes, he created it. Yeah, if they decide to do it the right way, well, they will not get it the right way. The answer in Genesis, they want to do it the wrong way, try to figure it out on themselves. When in the book of Ecclesiastes said no man cannot search out God's creation, they want to try to search it out. My dear friend, no, they can't do that. It cannot work that way. And that's why they are denying the existence of God, because they want to see God. Until, well, the time they will see him in the day of judgment, if they don't believe him, no. If they die in that state of ignorance. But I want you all to know that it is God who created the universe, and he's the genius behind it, my dear friend, not Charles Darwin. I want all you all bright, full intellectuals and scholars and chancellors of whatsoever universities all over the world who are teaching the philosophy and ideology of Charles Darwin and accept everything that he is saying and reject the Bible totally, well, you all are wrong in that aspect. You all need to accept what God says, that he created the universe and not Charles Darwin. Well, you all have a choice. The ball is in all your court. I'm just teaching you all the right thing. I'm telling you all the right thing. I'm not misleading you. None of you all in any way. I'm saying God is the one, the genius behind the universe. He's the one that brings it about and not Charles Darwin. Before I come to the end of this video, let me remind you all that when Charles Darwin's mother was pregnant with him in his mother womb, everything was already created. Alright, Charles Darwin come and meet it. The whole universe created, and the world and the fishes and the plants and the birds and the bees. He come and meet that just as anybody else. Right? And he did not understand everything about the trees before he died. And Charles Darwin did not understand everything about the elephant before he died. And Charles Darwin did not understand everything about the planet Jupiter before he died. I want you all to know that. You all believe he understand everything about the giraffe and the tiger and the snake and the fishes, and he understand everything about the physical universe, and then die after. If you all thinking so, you all have it wrong, my dear friend. It is God is the one who knows everything that he created. Keep that in all your mind. Therefore, I'm teaching you all that. Straighten up in all your face. I'm hiding behind no building, no bush. I'm not ambushing all you, because I'm not no bandit. I'm teaching you all in the open as Christ teaching the open. I'm teaching you all that. Straighten up all your face in this video. You see how I'm looking straight? I'm looking at you all. I'm telling you all that. Whether you all accept it or reject it, this truth remains the truth, and you all will not change it. It is God who designed and created the universe by his divine wisdom, by his divine knowledge, by his divine intelligence, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He has established the heavens and the earth. You find that in the book of Jeremiah, in the Psalms, in Ezekiel, where he has shown you that. Oh yes, you all will not change that. You all will not change that, professor, intellectual, super scientist. Well, you call plain super scientists. You all are scientists, but somehow you all want to play. You all are the brightest people in the world, when you all are not. And you all will not change the creation of God, and you all will not destroy the creation of God. Yes, God is preserving it and keeping it with his right hand of supreme supernatural power that he possesses. Yes, he's a person, he's a being, he's an invisible being. Yes, I want you all to know that the Bible reveal himself to us that way. He's not a force, he's a being. And all these things come from his minds, from the loins of his minds. He think at what? The moon, and he speak it into existence. He think about the galaxy and he speak all the stars into existence. That is how we doing it. Yes, that's how we doing it. You all will have to learn that the hard way, if you all don't take to learn it the easy way. Yes, I, Eric Broxton, tend to drop that bombshell right in all your court, in all your lap, in all your mind, in your heart and soul. This teaching bombshell teaching. Yes, tend to teach you all that way. You all want to learn it the easy way? Well, then you all will learn it the hard way. As simple as that. But finally, you all will learn that lesson. You all benefit of it. At the end, it will be very beneficial to one and all and sundry, the whole of mankind, humanity, the children of men, the human family. They will recognize that it's God who created this universe, and he in charge of it, and he designed it and fashioned it. He's the supreme genius behind it, the master designer and creator. You will finally come to that realization in due process of time. And then this video. Shalom peace. See you all in the next video soon. Bye bye, my friends.